Welcome back, everybody. As you can see here, we're in our keep test world. I was checking out the walls. This is a little bit of a redesign. I'll show them to you in a little bit. But you can see here, I've mostly got the keep working and ready, and that's pretty much what I've been up to for the past, well, ever since the last video, really. Just making sure that things work properly. They don't overlap and erase each other, so that's all I needed to do. That's our barracks right there. We got our corner towers. That's a gatehouse. That's a gatehouse. There's another gatehouse on the back side. Um, Originally, I had the guard tower was just right here. I added this little building. The guard tower hut block will go right there. I just didn't bother with it for right now, so they've got a little house shed at the bottom of the tower there. But let's jump on over to the schematic world and I'll show you what's going on over there real quick and where we are in the project. By we, I pretty much just mean me. Alright, so here we are in the schematic world. I've cleaned up a bunch of empty schematics or stuff that wasn't needed and kind of organized that blob of mess over there over to here and hooked it up with an auto scanner. Our schematics over here. The keep itself is pretty much ready to go, which, if we fly over here in a minute, these are earlier versions of the keep. So that would be the central structure here. As I mentioned in the last video, I've got level 5 buildings of most of everything that's going to go in here in the tier 1 keep. That's our theory for how the keep will work out. I needed to find out how many blocks I need to add on to the corner towers to fill in the gaps as we get one more row out. So you can see originally here, let's just take a look at this tower real quick. So this was the original tower design. Had trapdoors, still had machiculations and things. Used copycat blocks there. The new one uses DO blocks. It's just an upside down shingle. So you've still got a machiculation. There's probably no particular reason that you'll ever actually use it, but it looks kind of fancy. So that's the new wall design. The problem with trapdoors is that the citizens really love flipping trapdoors if they get a chance. Still have the trapdoors here on the front of the gatehouse. But let me know what you think. Whether you kind of like the old design or the newer design of the towers. I think all of this looks a lot better than this over here. The problem with these is that these copycat blocks and walls are not rotatable. So just something to be aware of when you're adding in other mod resources to your style pack. We've got some new residences here. So if we look back there, you have the central keep. That's the biggest square. Here in this inner square, that's the smallest one. That's tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. You get the idea. So these are our tier 1 residences. This was the original one that you've already seen. I've added this one in. We've got some bushier flowers, things from Beautify. This is from Beautify, the lattices. We've got some Farmer's Delight in here. There's handcrafted. That's a supplementary shelf with a Beautify picture on it, which looks nice. Candelabras. We're not doing very many lanterns. If there were any lanterns in anything before, I think they're only on the exterior of something because the supplementaries lanterns aren't sufficient to light anything up. But you can see here we've got a tier 2 residence, which is a 1-story building. So the basic theory here is that your keep is going to be the highest structure of the city, and then each tier is going to get lower so that if you're over here, let's say, you can still look up in there, you can still see the keep, but you see kind of the upper portions of the second-story buildings or 2-story buildings, whereas once you get into tier 2, which would be built on the outside of this ring, and I'm not entirely sure how that's going to work because the tier 1 buildings are made to go 1 block away from the footing of the keep. It'll be interesting to see how these buildings line up with the back side of the walls. It hasn't been tested yet. But anyways, that's where we're at. So I've been working on these. I need to start breaking all this stuff down into levels. These are all pretty much done already. But let me know what you think down below about how the project's coming along. If you kind of like the old wall style, the new wall style, or any other thoughts. Thanks for stopping by, and until the next update, thank you, and we'll catch you later.